John Moran. Need a triple-double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball. Now I never fumble.
Cheers. Really? Cheers.
Like John Moran. Need a triple-double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep going.
Thank you.
Gracias.
My brother, we got a little traveling over. We got a little traveling over.
Is that coffee? That tells you how early it is.
This is my wake-up tea right here.
Wake-up tea.
You want me to leave this in the back with you so you can get something?
Yeah, you can.
Morning, MVP.
Good morning.
Standing in my kitchen. Yeah, I remember when you talked down, hands out, thinking that you're getting some odds now. If you weren't there for the grass rolls.
Billy, here we come, baby.
Okay, they still up in that beta stage. This should go and wake them up. 200 for a saving grace. I feel I wasn't paid enough. Predicting what I complain about when Ollie catch a major buzz. Hundreds too freshly pressed. Watch out for the paper.
I just do a Tony Soprano entrance. Look at this. Oh, man.
That's funny.
Yourself a gun, welcome to yourself a gun. Yourself a gun.
Still one of the best intros to a show.
In my shoes, so they watch it where I walk, but can't mimic. They cramp sprinting the cash system. I was born for it. 4th and inches, I'm going for it. I can't wait to trade for the skate for foreign plates. 4 mortgages, all of them out in Florida. There's gotta be more to this. Can't bring you if you ain't on the list. Turn their backs in the past, now they wanna come back. Too bad, I'm not practicing forgiveness. Realize that they fucked up, now they see me get.
Fat Daddy's Deli?
What?
Fat Daddy's Deli sounds
Fat
good.
Daddy's Deli sounds good. I'm getting off.
Let's go to Fat Daddy's.
I'm getting.
I can't let you in, I'm sorry to break the bed. When I get a mansion up in the canyons, I'ma go pass this shit to my dad. I'm putting my mama on the yacht, putting Sebastian up in the fastest with the jag back to Jacksonville. Get Stephanie Cabal, cause when I'm on and I don't give a fuck, I'll definitely need it all. Not just talking, I got a knack for making it come to fruition. Came in thinking you get famous, boy, I've come to do business. Seen a ton of all of it happen, they only fuck if you winning. Pussy will push me into distraction, can't keep none of you winning. Don't be turning on them read receipts, hoping that you teasing me. Joke's on you, bitch, you're not the only girl that's seeing me. You get through with your features, opportunity seek.
We over here right now, Fat Tony's. Yeah, a little Fat Tony action over here. It's gonna be Fat Pete's after this.
Young lady, for you. You good to go?
Yeah.
Oh, super. You guys have a good week?
Yeah.
I do not. It's just a white flour. That's why I don't worry about it. Okay, do you want mayo or oil on? Or dry? Mayo. Appreciate it. Lettuce, tomato, onion? Yes, sir. Hot pepper, sweet peppers, or...
I said, fucking where at Fat Tony's? People gonna be searching up what the fuck.
Yeah,
We should do that so nobody knows where we are.
I kinda like that though. You know what?
I like that shit.
That might be the birth of a very good defense mechanism.
Yes. Just change the name.
Always change the name.
Change the name up.
Yeah, we're in like instead of Philadelphia, we'd be like, yeah, we're in Chicago, Illinois. Right?
At a place called Fat Tony's.
At a place called Fat Tony's.
Deli on the side of the street.
What are you gonna do with these kids, Tony?
I should have told Tony real quick. Hey Tony, do me a favor. I said, can I jump back there with you real quick until they come back and make plays like I'm cooking? I guarantee you, this sure. Come on, jump right over the counter.
He probably would have let you do it.
He would have said, sure, come on.
Funny, bro.
I gave. I said, oh yeah, I can help you, Fat Pete.
Would have just been
Fat Tony here with Fat Pete. What do you need? What can I get you?
Taught me hard, truthfully speechless. Cause I work for this, I stayed away. Paid the lane and stayed the same. Invest in me if you want me to take you in and break the bank. And to all you broke hoes and my past friends who
do it. All right,
too bad I'm not practicing forgiveness. Realize that they fucked up, now they see me get some. Can't eat while you standing in my kitchen. Yeah, I remember when you talked down, hands out, thinking that you getting some odds now. If you weren't there for the grass rules, I can't let you in, I'm sorry to break the bad news.
Oh, I'm gonna thumb.
Oh my God. That's fucking Tony.
No wonder he's fat.
Oh, this is good.
I'd be fat too.
Oh yeah, what is going on, everybody? Episode 2 is just about to begin. NYYU On-Site. You already know the deal. Come inside with us to Victus. Let's go, baby.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you know so-and-so, you not a threat, cause I really know so-and-so, they like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they bust at your motherfucking chest. I'm getting gutter, my flow been like butter, my check in the bank, they see the number. All of my haters feel one of two ways, really upset or they show some respect. I can't even think about it, I've been up, so read about it, no beat around it, straight to it, no ring around it. You coming for me, we'll see about it, we'll never see it when I get my feet up. 100 meters where I run the fee up, and go ka-ching and nana mana pia. I had to re-up on a reel, so you stay the feeder, and put it back into the bit, cause I don't really need it. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I had to put all their egos in check. You're not entitled to anything else. I get 10 years of this under my belt. Your art is an art, they don't feel it, and nobody hears it. And this should stay on the shelf. Your ego done got in the way. It gotta die today. It gotta go. You should be happy I lighten the load. The weight of your arrogance, heavy as stone. I make an appearance, they already know. That chip on your shoulder gon' crumble and fold, yeah. It's not a secret that you have been fearing the shit that I'm on, so you back to the brag and the boast. But I'm in a class of my own. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check.
In 2025, we're becoming the official MLB bat for the first time, so Louisville Slugger will not be the official bat for the first time.
Victus will be.
We're taking over.
Wow.
That's got to feel good.
Yeah. So with
Is that a like a out there news already, or is that something
like
we're allowed to talk about? Or
yeah, it's out there. It's like a soft, like kind of like release that they did.
Okay.
But we're doing like a big release at winter meetings this
awesome.
Nice.
Winter meetings. We've been talking about going for.
Maybe we might see you there. But congrats, that's huge.
That's huge.
I mean, Louisville Slugger was synonymous with baseball all throughout our lives, right?
100%.
Yeah.
And now Victus has kind of been that.
Meetings last week in New York was literally just like they're trying to figure everything out too, because they're like Louisville Slugger's been the only bat since the
that they've ever had.
Started.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is like
it's
the
wild.
biggest transition
Wow.
of the game.
They don't even know how to do that. Like,
That's an accomplishment.
this feels
man. That's
weird.
huge.
It's like you only date one person your entire life, and then
right. And I mean, the game has changed so much. This is what it's about too now, more so than ever. Is the style, what guys are wearing, and all that. So
all the guys are into it too, so it
makes it even better. Yeah. Makes it even better. Yeah. All right, let's do this.
All right.
You recording? No, she's not. She just said no. I'm not at all.
No, never.
We should show the Polaroids up here.
Oh yeah, let's get those. Nice.
So not everyone's up here because we just started to do it like probably this July, but you can see just this past season a bunch of guys have come in.
So Yandy was here the other day, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like he was here the other
Tuesday,
day. I knew that's my guy, man. I was praying the Yankees got him at the deadline.
Chris Morel came in with Yandy, and then Bader was here yesterday.
Nice.
Rentaro Suzuki's a big Japanese prospect. He just broke.
Oh yeah, he's the one that
Ohtani's home run record.
Yeah.
Obviously the Phils, Johan.
That's our guy, Johan.
Yeah.
Bryson Stott, Marshy. So a bunch of other guys have been in. It's just we just started to do like the retro Polaroid thing, but a lot of the guys like it, and it's a good way to kind of
that's fire.
Look back at this in like 5 years.
That's right. Yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah, we were going to do that for the events, remember?
Exactly.
We got a big event at the stadium tomorrow. I got about 200 plus people coming.
Oh, wow.
I like the Polaroid idea, but I'm a sucker for that.
Oh, this is fire.
procreation stuff. So guys will come in the off season and work on different models if they're changing something up. Obviously, guys come on in season if they're playing in town, playing the Phillies. They'll come out in the morning, work out some stuff. So our production is right there, so you can literally it's a good setup. You can literally walk out, talk to our main production guy about tweaking something. We'll turn it on the spot. We'll walk right back in, test it out. Want to change something else? Walk right back out. So it's kind of like all happening right here.
Right. Wow. So everything's like in one place almost to do everything.
It's very interactive. I mean, he said you go in, you come out, you go in, you come out. I mean, that's crazy. Just to see how far the game's come in terms of
everything, man.
The way that you can tailor it literally step by step by step, with the swing going. I don't like this. Go nuts.
You see our production. There's probably over 5,000 different pro models now that guys have combined and tweaked over time and different weights, and now there's different scales of BPI, which is balance points. So every bat may be a 34, 32 ounce, but they all swing differently because their BPI is different.
It's different.
And then all the handles are different. You got all different type of handles now. Axe handles. I mean, I don't know who's using that bat over there in the corner, but my goodness.
That was Yandy's bat.
I can see that. I can see Yandy using that type of bat. Yandy or Adolis.
Yandy or Adolis. Those are the only two guys I know swinging that one.
This spring training, we need to have a bicep off with Adolis and Yandy.
100%.
Nuts.
No doubt about it.
These guys are yoked.
Yeah.
Talk about BPI.
Yeah, for real.
Well, I'll take you guys around.
I imagine this is where they see all the information. When you turn the stuff on.
So depending on who it is, if Bader wanted to hit yesterday, we put it into City Field, and you can hit in the actual dimensions of what they hit. So
yeah. Wow. You think I could go center field Yankee Stadium?
Center field Yankee Stadium's tough. 408.
Might go over the monster.
408.
Never know. Could
go over the monster. Hey.
I've done it.
Hey, could be. Could be.
It's possible.
All right, we'll go through this way.
Oh, secret corridors.
Yeah, you'll find out this place is the absolute genius.
Oh, we like it.
Oh, I like this.
Oh, it smells amazing in here.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It smells amazing in here.
Wow.
So this is our main production lane.
Okay.
1 and 2 in the entire country.
Wow.
Imported from Spain, so it's fully customized for it. So you'll pick out your billet, it'll turn that raw model. 2 sanders will come behind and sand it, and a metal bar comes in and compresses the wood as hard as possible. It's called boning.
Okay.
Once that raw cut comes out, then it still gets, hand sanded by our hand lathe into the booth. So that portion is pretty all handmade.
Get the shot of the bat being made. Look at that. Get it right there in the middle. That's crazy.
That's wild. Only 2 in the country.
That is insane. 2 of these in the whole country.
I'm turning an axe handle right now. I don't know if you see the axe handle.
Look at that. That's crazy. You prefer something like this?
I don't, but it just depends.
Are you seeing more guys utilize this now?
A few, Mookie Betts has always used the axe pad, George Springer, Gordon Alvarez uses it sometimes. But
I think
that's for the bone, right? They say for to have my bone. When
you see guys get hammy and they're going to go to axe.
I think to me, I'd whip it too much. I feel like it would make me make me whip too much.
Yeah.
But
I can see the reasoning for it.
It's kind of cool though.
Yeah,
I can see the first time I saw one, I was like, wait, what? It looked like some alien stuff. I was like, what is this?
It's completely different.
The Yankees had a handmade injury not too long ago.
For the Yankees?
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago. Somebody. It might have been the Benintendi thing.
The only one, Benintendi.
It was Benintendi.
Yeah. One of the main ones that I always know about is obviously Poppy. Maybe Ortiz had that a lot.
My bad. Oh, got you. Oh, pretty.
That's a real one.
Oh, look who it is.
That's his actual gamer.
This is the game one right
here? The gamer.
Wow. Look at that.
I mean, just imagine. I'm gonna give Soto some of my luck for October. All right.
Yeah.
Soto.
A little bit of magic on there.
I'm not gonna do your shuffle with it first. I'm gonna let you break that one in. She's gorgeous. Is there anything specific about this one that makes it like to his specifications that you know off the top of your head?
You see his model here, JS22. That's his custom model.
Gotcha.
So his handle and his barrel is all customized of what he wants to swing. There's honestly not too much to his model. It's nice, simple. Yeah. Little taper here, and then you know, pretty gradual transition going from handle to barrel. So.
I saw the story the other day with the Victus on it when Soto.
Yeah.
You see it there, man. That's a beautiful bat. That is a beautiful bat.
That's a walk-off bat.
Yeah.
So it's a walk-off
We'll
bat.
ask him about it soon.
Exactly. Well, yeah, we'll ask him what he thinks.
So right here, that bar in there, pressing the wood as hard as it can go. You can see the color change.
Now that's called boning. Hey yo, that's what it's called.
Boning.
Okay, boning.
You can see the grooves in the barrel here.
Yeah.
That's it, literally like going against the
So it compacts.
Yeah. You'll see like the old time guys. They like go like this to their barrel.
Yeah.
That's like doing this kind of 50.
Ah.
So this is where it starts, and you can pick your whatever you want, right?
I'll take you to the builder.
All right.
Wow, look at this. Unbelievable. This is amazing. Everything already made. Look at that. Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you got everything here. Look at this. Man,
He wasn't joking about the maze.
Not for real. Not at all.
Aaron, nice to meet you. Francis.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Pete. Pleasure to meet you, my friend.
Welcome.
He knows everything you need to know about wood.
Yeah?
Controls this area.
Wow.
Even knows how to make whiskey out of wood.
I like that even more.
Oh, he sounds like my kind of guy.
This is my kind of guy.
We might have to come back and talk to him for an hour.
Wow, but I'm overdue.
What else is coming up? Man, running back.
I've actually still got all the Philly World Series ads from.
Nice.
So we did a art gallery in Philly last year with all of our custom bats, but he saved all the chopped ends of all the World Series Phillies bats.
Yeah.
So he took Harpers World Series bat, the chopped ends, and then basically
Use it to cut it into chips, toast it, and use that to age the whiskey.
Oh wow.
So the whiskey on hand at the gallery
World
was
Series.
made from Harper's World Series bat.
Now
it's
Bryce has
nuts.
to try this.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Bryce had to try it.
Did he have some?
No, he doesn't drink.
Really at all? Wow.
Our,
There you go. Look at that.
our, no wonder he's so good.
He's so
The
good.
whiskey had pop in it, you know what I mean?
Oh
Nah,
yeah.
hey, we've seen it. We've seen it.
Well,
That's what it is.
Make a batch, I'll let you guys know.
Oh, please
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Please do. So
Aaron.
this is where they would start their process.
Yeah, so this is
Yeah.
the gallery room. This whole side is birchwood. This whole
Yeah.
side is maplewood.
Maple was
room
where I
is
was going.
temperature controlled, dry. As you can see, all the numbers are all the weights. So
Yeah.
depending on what model you swing, you'll be in a different weight range. So
Gotcha.
Bryce Harper's weight range is different from Juan Soto's weight range. Of course. Depending on what model they're swinging.
Right.
And then you can see the letters or the actual musical tone. So
Whoa.
you
Wow.
see guys, they'll get their bat,
They do
they'll
the-
check their tone,
Yeah.
see if it's high pitched. So,
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
That is wild.
so back here we tone them. So
Oh, you hear it? Look at that.
They make music back here.
Yeah, you get it.
so make sure that you get that crack.
What was that thing back in the day? You did the street stuff with the trash cans and stuff.
Oh yeah.
The New York stuff.
Yeah, I
the
think it was
trash
like,
cans and
I
stuff.
remember.
You can
I'm
do that
thinking-
with the bats.
I'm thinking Sesame Street. They got it going back
It could
here.
be similar to that too.
They got it going back here.
You can do that back here, yeah.
Wow.
You got all the
Yeah,
sounds.
So 330 pieces come in one full pallet,
Wow.
and we'll get about, depending on the week, we'll sometimes get 7 to 12 in a week, up to 20, and we'll
Right.
do that in a week. So
Wow.
that's like the biggest flex we have towards other companies is just how much wood we have. So if you're a smaller company, and the full pallet is $15,000.
Wow.
Wow.
So if you're a small company, you can only get 2 pallets for the year, and that's what you're giving your pros. And you get back here and grade it all, and it's all crap wood. Like
You're
that's what
done.
you're giving your pros.
Oh wow.
the fact that we get 12 in at a week and go through it, we have so much good wood that we know all of our pros are getting the best wood possible.
It's sent out good, yeah, definitely.
Because you want the players to have good wood.
They gotta have good wood.
They can't have
have
bad
good
wood.
wood.
No bad
And
wood.
if
Especially
you're-
not on the Yankees or the
Definitely,
Phillies.
no. Definitely
one.
not on the Yankees. Not at
Good
all.
wood only.
Yankees are getting good wood for sure.
Yankees are getting very good wood.
Appreciate it.
Hey, yo.
Now we
Couple of
play,
AO
I don't
moments.
know. I don't know if we play them. If we play the Phillies in the World Series, if that happens, I'm gonna start looking a little bit funny at those Victus bats. I don't know.
I'll tell you this though, I will very well accept a 09 repeat.
It would be great
I'll accept an 09
for the
repeat.
game. Sorry, LA.
That's fine. No big deal.
Look at the mallet.
A mallet.
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
We still got our judge trophies somewhere.
Oh.
Maybe not. But there should be a judge bat around here somewhere. You can feel how big it is.
Proceed with caution.
Yeah, you gotta be
So
careful.
this used to be where the backing was. This used to be where he did airbrushing. He's moved up to the front now, and then we're going to redesign his studio. So we have to move all of our finishing process in the back. So we're kind of rough back here right now.
No problem. No problem.
Where
Okay.
all the bats get engraved and logoed and out the board.
Nice.
So we'll see you back here. Maybe there's some photos back here.
How's it going?
Wow.
Oh, like it's like like a candy red on that one.
Solid here. Wow.
Raya.
Oh, Shoreya.
A lot of Arizona Fall League guys. Chris Taylor, Dodgers.
Hey, CT.
Kind of a motley crew back here today.
I like that.
It's Nolan Arenado. It's Puck now.
He uses that puck now. Yeah.
Look at that.
Now that's interesting.
That is very different. That's weird.
It's another one's becoming a thing now though. So hold on, this is before. This is interesting to show them. Like it's before any of the like finishing stuff has been done. But it's tagged, so you know who it's for.
It's ready to go.
Big Nolan Arenado and his puck knob. Check that out. It's cute, right? I couldn't do it. That's a big league bat though. Who's using the teal bad boys here?
So these are actually, we're working with King of Juco.
Okay. Oh,
We're going to do a line with him. So
nice.
these are some samples for possibly something we may release with him. Kind of like a mid-tier line right under our Pro Reserves.
Yeah.
And then something that he can just promote on his side.
Yep.
He's a funny dude.
He is.
I'm a fan of King of Juco, man. He's a funny dude.
We've worked with him a ton. We actually had him come out for when we were shooting with Tatis in Arizona.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. He's great. He's great.
Yeah, and then you can see the
Oh, it's the process there. Wow.
So the pros, depending on whether they get their full name or their signature, they'll get them laser engraved here and logo.
Wow.
Nice.
Some guys will switch around the colors. You'll see some tags say dealer's choice, so they're leaving it up to the spray guys to do whatever's cool. And then some guys never change from what they've gotten their whole career.
Right. Makes sense. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
That's true.
Especially when it comes to bats.
Yeah. Or a lineup and playing.
I love the cut back here. I feel like we walk back in. Now you're starting to see some real funky colors, pinks and the blues.
Yep.
Really nice.
About Aaron Boone over here.
Oh yeah, this must be Booney's bat right here, right? The pink.
These are
Pink and white
bats. These are going to Japan.
Nice.
Oh.
So these are like a fully different process that we have to do because they have different regulations.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are nice.
Those are nice. They seem longer too.
Crazy. Oh, this! Look at this! Unbelievable we got over here. Only we bring you this.
So this, those are like that's what gives it the color at the top.
What's that?
Just like these papers over here.
So those are vinyl. They're actually, it's the same vinyl that you would wrap your car.
A car?
Those are our logos.
Oh wow.
So the logos that you see, all the different colors and variations, they're literally car vinyl. So it looks super crispy.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's crazy. I would have never thought, but as soon as you said it, it makes all the sense in the world. Same process.
Yeah.
You guys ever do? I know hydro dipping's a thing now too. You guys ever do that?
We've done a few hydro dip bats, but it's kind of.
It's better with the vinyl.
Yeah, it's better.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine.
All right. That would have been on camera
I
too.
would have like fully tumbled.
That would have been
great for the
content.
video.
That would have been great content right there.
Are they always that quiet back there, or is it because we were there?
No, they're always
Probably always quiet.
Yeah?
Focused. That work.
Everybody's like super quiet, super like focused.
Hey, got a lot to do.
It's kind of like the last step before it goes in the box, so especially when there's a lot of pros. You're like checking every bat one by one.
Yeah.
Multiple times, making sure the weight's according, making sure the logo's correct. So there's just a lot of like checkpoints that you have to go through in your mind before they actually get shipped out. So
they're locked in.
That's probably kind of what they were.
Kind of pure locked in.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Wow.
Take over the world. We're familiar with that.
Smell the paint.
Yeah.
Right? Smell the paint.
I love the smell of this room. This would never get old to me.
No, this never.
The smell in here?
I love it.
So the orange tags are all pros. Each tag is different. So like Victus for retail.
Yeah.
Orange tags are pros. Green tags are Dick's Sporting Goods. So once the tags are fully sanded and processed over here, or we can get up close to them sanding.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Nice.
Let's go take a look. That's here. Process is wild. Oh yeah, look at that.
DSG bats, Dick's Sporting Goods.
Okay.
Depending on a pro and
Are they like the biggest retailer?
yeah, they're our biggest account.
Yeah. That is wild, man.
So multiple different types of sandpaper, and depending on what it is. Sometimes if you get the bat, like the bat gets weighed multiple times throughout the process, especially for a pro. So if it gets to Thomas and he's getting it on his lathe and it's a bit heavy, he's going to use a certain sandpaper to really sand it down to get that weight back down.
Right.
And if it's light, he's going to tell the spray guys like, hey, he's going to mark the tag and say spray this 3 times to get the weight back up.
Yeah.
So whatever we're doing throughout the process, we're maintaining where the weight should be the whole time. So when it goes back there, when they weigh it, it's going to be like right on the dime.
Right. Wow. Wow.
That's amazing. I would never
It's
think that.
unbelievable, right?
How many coats of paint just to mess with the
You
weight?
know what I like? The thing I like most about showing people this is the process. Because you see a bat, you're like, all right, it's a bat, whatever.
Yeah, it's
There's
a nice looking bat.
long process that goes into making this.
This is the whole process just to do one bat. So
Right, exactly.
Spring training, all the guys that we have, we probably 3,000 to 4,000 spring training orders. Within those orders, each player gets like 15. So this, like, you can't even walk back here during spring training.
Wow.
Playoffs.
How is it? Is it like, does it feel like your playoffs back here, spring training?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gotta be crazy.
We start spring training now in like December.
Wow.
How many bats would go to one club? Like, let's say the Yankees, for an example. You guys got to fulfill that order. What does that usually look like?
It depends. So it's like the player puts in their individual order.
Okay.
So it depends on the team. Like Padres and Phillies, we essentially have the whole roster.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yankees, like Juan Soto, Volpe, our guys. So it just depends on
how many people utilize.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we'll probably do, when we're in the heat of spring training, we're doing like 600 bats a day, 600 to 700. But it's just pros. These pros are the priority.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then right now, like pros are getting into October.
Yeah.
Pros are their priority, where it's like you get fresh orders in from a guy, like going right to the booth right away.
Right.
Yeah.
Are there specialty bats for the postseason that you guys are working on, or?
In terms of custom? Or just,
like custom styles.
We sometimes do like custom BP bats for players for October, but I'm sure we'll talk to Bruce and we'll see who wants what, but we usually do something. Postseason's always exciting around here. It's a lot, like there's a lot of energy. everyone trying to rush out their bats. But
Yeah.
it's fun for Philly too, because like Harper will call in the morning and say he wants 3 bats and rush them.
Yeah.
We'll rush them and get them right into the groove, turn them, and then I'll throw them in my car and drive them down. Like that NLCS Game 5 bat.
Yeah.
I dropped that off like 4 hours before the game. That exact wow. We got paid that day. Straight from here down.
Yeah. That is
It's like you would never know.
Oh, you smell that?
I love that.
I'm like numb to the smell, but I'm sure it's
Perdón.
anything from a pro to retail, any bat that gets sprayed is thrown through these 2 booths.
Right. Oh man, this is fire. This is absolutely fire.
Yeah. Trying to come up with hard finishes. Each company we have our own secret sauce. We kind of like.
Yeah.
So are they just doing the process like this, and then for an example, if it's a custom, does that then go to Bruce, and then Bruce does everything else?
So
from there?
Bruce will use this Bruce for when he needs to go in and spray, and then the rest of this airbrushing is where we'll go next.
Oh, pardon me.
Just this area where he does like the fine details. And then
Right. Right.
Nice.
That is crazy. What a process. Unbelievable.
How many of them spraying in there? 2, 3? A couple of people.
There can be 3 at a time. So
Gotcha.
when we're busy, there's 3 in there, 3 in there.
So 6 going at one time.
Yeah.
Woo! Wow. The fumes back here.
Yeah.
But Doug is numb to it.
Yes. Thankfully, they'll never see that. Wow.
So it's pretty cleared out right now. Obviously, Players Weekend, this was like a mess in here. He was doing like 400 different bats, but.
So this is his setup.
Yes.
Where he would.
He'll literally put the bat right here, and these are his 2 airbrushes. So that's all he uses for all of the detail.
Wow. For everything that we see on those bats.
All freehand, right here.
Wow. That's an artist, man. That's an artist.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Pablo's there.
Yeah.
Yep, there he is.
Pablo and then the Gwyn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tony Gwynn bats for the Padres.
That's fire.
Yeah, and our backyard collab will happen in the next couple of weeks.
Nice.
But yeah, a lot of Cran bats were here. We released those for Players Weekend.
Nice. How about scoreboard action?
But yeah, all of this is.
Look at that. That is
Okay,
crazy. That's
that
insane.
is really
That
wild.
is insane.
I mean,
This bat's for
Look at that.
it's for Japan. I mean, it's giving me Drogon vibes.
Yeah, a little Game of Thrones. Also do Robert Baratheon in here.
7 hells.
7 hells.
No, that's gorgeous. And this is all freehand, which is what's astounding to me.
I mean, just it's those 2 brushes. I mean, that's all of that from that. 2
But
brushes.
to imagine, like, you're getting that from somebody standing there like that. It's crazy to
The
me.
detail is insane.
Like,
and to have that crazy detail on there is unbelievable.
It's always nice having pro guys come in so they can understand, like, if you get it, one of his bats for the first time, you're like, oh, this is like printed out. Like,
Right.
this is cool. It's like, dude, this
like
guy's
not as-
literally hand airbrushing.
Yeah.
this
yeah.
thing.
I was like, hold on a second, wait a second here. Like, no.
I gotta admit, I swore they were printed out
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
beginning. I mean, I just because I saw the mere volume of it all, and I was
Yeah.
like, there's no way, right?
And that's why I'm like really excited for people to see this process.
Oh yeah.
Because I thought the same thing, because I do like graphic design and stuff like that. I'm like, I guess maybe is it like a sheet that prints over it, and then maybe it,
Yeah.
but
Maybe
to
you
know
wish
that,
vinyl.
yeah, I'm sure he probably does make life a lot easier, but my goodness, to be able to put all that work, it's an artist. It's an
Yeah,
artist.
no, it's an artist, but with some crazy motivation, man. Because I mean, for him to imagine like those customs for the players. I mean, and him making sure touching on every single one of those.
I think it also is what makes Victus so different too, isn't it? I mean, to be able to have that opportunity and that process, and to know the quality that's getting into it, makes it completely different.
It's the same paint that goes on a gamer. You know, it's literally the same exact finish, everything. So it's not like, you know, oh, this is a trophy bat, 'cause it's like crazy. It's like, dude, it's literally the exact same bat. It's just like art on it.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Wild.
That's crazy.
But we'll go back to his little bat cave.
That's nice.
JD, he's also in our
JD.
JD.
Pete, appreciate meeting
Nice
you, man.
to meet you. Tell you one thing here at Victus, there's no one not working.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
This is
Oh, I
the
love
OG
that.
leader
Oh my
people
God.
for Harper when he won the Derby in DC.
Nah, that is
this
amazing.
was the bat that kind of put us on the map for doing custom bats, because even back then, custom bats weren't allowed in the Derby. So he was the first advocate to be like, I want to swing whatever I want.
Yeah.
That is my favorite.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
We'll probably run that back for 2026 when the All-Star Game's in Philly.
In Philly, nice.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Maybe a little bit of Liberty Bell.
The OG pencil bat.
Yeah,
There you go.
there it is. It's the original. And then we got everything here. Bada bing, bada boom.
Wow,
Nice.
That's pretty much it. There's some cool bats over here. Some OG.
He's on fire, man.
Who do we got?
Dustin Pedroia.
Oh, Pete, our guy.
Pedroia?
Dustin Pedroia.
Okay, he gave me a lot of agita.
Harper's Halo Top collab. Placido Polanco, J-Roll.
Rips one into the night. I like
Yeah,
that.
this was Matt Stairs. And then this was Harper's. That was his Players Weekend bat, I think in 2019.
The tie-dye.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's nice to see that in person. I remember that.
Yeah.
Big kid.
I love it.
When they were doing the nicknames.
Yeah, they had the nicknames on the jerseys. Wow.
These jerseys are nice too.
Yeah, it's amazing to see some of them like in person that like you saw like
you
in
see
real
them on
time and you saw them on Instagram, you saw them whatever, and then now it's like, oh look, it's right here.
Yeah.
So you guys are into apparel.
Everything too, yeah.
You're seeing too, and like it's like you guys don't take anything off because even the T-shirts
No,
are dope.
everything.
I mean, this.
Yeah.
The jerseys are fire, man.
All-Star Game as well.
Okay.
So I like to do different collaborations. Obviously with our custom side, like it's appealing for brands to work with us, like you know, Siegelman, New York or Nowhere, and Lids, and different brands that we've done stuff with.
Yeah.
And I always function like we're a brand. Like I never function like we're a bat company.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
You know, it makes sense for us when we do stuff that's like this. It's kind of on brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We take that in, like, do they fit the Victus brand? Like
Yeah.
Tatis, Julio Rodriguez, Juan Soto, like these flashy guys that you know take the game by storm, and they like the spotlight. The Harpers, like that's who we look for, you know, as an athlete.
That's what you're looking for, a little bit of pizzazz,
Yeah, a little
but
bit of
talent to back it up. I mean, everybody that you guys have is talented. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I don't see there's no suckers in this place.
You got the right players, I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah, I don't see very many bench riders around here. I'm just saying.
not at all.
Nah. I don't think they're interested in the bench warmers, man. They got a lot of talent, a lot of star power in here. And like you said, they got the pop to back it up.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, you got Yandy and Adolis coming in. You got the Bicep brothers.
The Bicep brothers coming in here.
They're ready to rock and roll.
Having
so.
Bicep off.
Requirement for biceps for Victus, they need to be 22s or up.
There you go. There you go. I gotta get back in the gym.
Yeah.
I gotta
All
go
right,
get a
we
little
unfortunately
pump,
we don't
alright?
qualify.
I gotta get a little pump back up, and that's it, and I'll be good to go. I just did that. I got tightened the pec here.
You saw that? You showed about the pop.
I'll show you his like one-of-one airbrush bats.
Think so. No, we can grab those. Look at those.
You wanna do that? Let's do it.
And then we still
He
need
called it the Bat Cave.
the Bat Cave.
Aptly named.
Hi, Kate. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, get a little Bat Cave action here. Look at
Oh,
this. Look at this.
you see, these are just
These are
with a
just, you
sniper
know.
rifle case.
Yeah. Let me put this together.
It's fun going through the airport with this.
Oh, I imagine. Wow.
In here I got
Oh,
some
boy.
stuff that's a little bit more detailed kind of artwork.
Look at that, man. Come on, man. Come on.
So with this stuff, you can really see the you know, my background obviously is airbrushing, but when Victus found me, I was doing motorcycle art.
Right.
So, you know, you can see some of that. I mean, I've done quite a few bikes with the Joker theme on them. So that's what this one. Bruce Lee.
Look at
named
that. This
after
is
Bruce
crazy.
Lee.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that.
It's got Kareem's footprint on his chest from the movie.
Wild, man.
So, and then obviously like comic book stuff, you know.
Oh, Carnage? Yeah.
Venom Pool. So
Venom
it's
Pool. Oh,
and
that's right,
Deadpool
that's right.
together. So So these are just influences. I don't know if you guys are into wrestling.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
Fanny pack rock.
Come on now. Come on, this is wild. This is, I don't know, Bruce, you might have to do that for somebody. We need that at a home run derby.
For real.
Whoever uses that is winning.
Yep. We sent one to The Rock, so I know he got it, but we never got a post to let them up.
Oh, man.
Dwayne.
Come on, Rock, what are you doing, Rock? Come on now.
Come on, look at this.
You know, it's funny because actually right before we were talking about these, what did we say? We were like, I'm surprised it's not like a wrestler bat. Like I could see like a Macho Man Randy Savage one. That would be fire.
Hulk Hogan or
Hogan one. Look at that.
Whoa.
Nah, that's insane.
This is a real popular bat for down south. They love the redfish. So, and once again, you see some of my motorcycle influence with all the flake and all that I put in this thing. He really dances in the sunlight. So.
Wow.
So that is
so
amazing.
Again, some of the stuff I keep here, some stuff I got at home. So Jared doesn't even grab it for the fast.
The good thing is that people got to see how the process is made, and this is the outcome. Like the craziest thing before, because I do, you know, like little graphic designs on Photoshop and stuff like that. And I remember coming here, I was like, I wonder how that is actually made. And then to find out you're just doing this like that, I'm like, it blew my mind back then. I'm like, that is crazy. So people need to recognize that this is this is an artist. That is artwork. It's amazing. That's a lot of freaking work.
You know, I don't know how much you want me to get into it now, but you know, I've been airbrushing since I was 17. I got a lot of techniques, a lot of different styles, ways to create things, and that's why with my work I can keep it kind of diverse looking. You'll see things that are on the simplistic end. You'll see things that are more detailed. You know, for like the Joker, this logo, I used a hobby knife to scratch. In there, you know. So I used an electric eraser on his face and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice to have that like kind of like go-to. So it's like I gotta make this happen. How do I do that?
That's unbelievable.
That's nuts. And players have seen this.
Let me get this stuff off here too.
Guys that come in here to do. I did have a gallery, and at the gallery we had a lot of this stuff on display. Some of the stuff, because they're my favorites, weren't for sale.
I was gonna say nobody's beating down the door for that Joker, but I can't imagine.
Yeah, he was a not for sale.
He was a not for sale. I don't blame you. Hold on to that one, Bruce. That one is special.
You see, I'll show you this last. There's Bryce Harper on my wall.
Okay.
A little Bryce action.
This is the temporary office, just so you guys don't get it.
Yeah, this one too.
That's temporary.
You see a little bit of the kind of detail that I can get in there. So
that is crazy.
Graphic him.
You look on the back.
Yeah. So I try to marry like the two different styles. You got the realistic here with the kind of clip artist design there. So, but
man, this is nice.
This is amazing. It's like every one just gets better and better.
It just keeps getting better.
When you think you saw the best one, he pulls out another one.
You haven't. He's like, hold on, wait a second.
He's like, you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet.
It's all about the evolution, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's what we were talking about before, is how everything has changed from that Louisville Slugger to what this is now, and it shows a representation of the players and what they like, and it adds a different style to everybody.
Sure. All right, so I guess we don't got to do the podcast now. Just
oh, nah. We got some questions, Bruce.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Pete Simonetti, Francis Lee, episode number 2 of NYYU On-Site. We are here with Bruce Tatem, Special Projects Manager here at Victus. Bruce, what's going on, my guy?
Not too much, man. I'm very glad that you guys asked me to be on this. So.
No doubt.
Very glad you accepted, man. You guys are soon going to find out Bruce is one of the most interesting men in the world, man.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I tell you what, the good thing is that you guys have already seen the process of everything that has happened in the background, how this actually takes place.
Exactly.
But the best thing about it is when you're looking at this wall here, so Bruce, I'm obviously going to ask you about this wall, but I just want everybody to recognize you just saw how these designs are made. So this man's an artist.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, the first question I have is, where does that background come from?
My family, you know, my dad, he didn't draw nearly as much as what I do, but he always had a sketchbook. I remember going to my grandparents' house, and there was a velvet painting on the wall of a black Jesus that my dad did, and it was cool. And that kind of is where I started to like artwork. My grandmother did artwork a lot. My sister's she's like a crafty kind of person. So I truly believe it's in my blood.
Yeah, no doubt.
So. Yeah.
That's obvious. So what age would you say you started like really getting into art and drawing, stuff like that?
5.
Wow.
5.
When I got into elementary school, kindergarten, all that stuff, I was drawing on the chalkboard with a piece of chalk. When I got to first, second grade, all of my notes were nothing but doodles. So I had no idea what was going on in class. I was just sitting there doodling, and I was inspired at that time. Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh,
okay.
So, we were talking about that in the car today. Yeah. Saturday morning cartoons. Driving here.
So big inspiration for me. Big inspiration. So
what's the #1 go-to Saturday morning cartoon?
Back in the day, it was G.I. Joe and He-Man.
Ooh, He-Man.
G.I. Joe. That's my stuff, man. The funny thing is, speaking of G.I. Joe, because this is how we work. It's gonna come to my mind now. You remember the G.I. Joe movie? That beginning intro where they're at the Statue of Liberty? And Cobra comes down with all the dudes.
Yeah.
Man, that's my stuff. That's my all-time favorite.
Speaking of Liberty, right? We'll get into those later.
We're gonna talk about these things.
Basically, what Bruce is telling me is I got to leave my son alone, him and his doodles, because he might just become the Bat King one day.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't even give you that. I'm surprised. I didn't even give him that title. This is the Bat King. You guys already know. This is the Bat King. And behind on this wall, you see why.
Exactly.
So, Bruce, take us on a little tour here. Like, what are we looking at here? What are these bats on the wall?
So the bats on the wall behind me, they're a little sample of limited drops that we do here at Victus. Some of them are collaborations that we do. Some of them are one-offs. There's a Hoagie bat on the wall that was done for Bryson Stott for a Primo Hoagies commercial that he was in. Some of them are future releases. Some of them will never get released.
Right.
And it's just a little small preview to when people come in here. None of these are for sale behind us, so it just makes them get anxious about.
I tried. I tried.
Yeah. It makes them anxious to follow us to see what our next drop's going to be, so they don't miss out on it.
It's like a show wall almost. Like you go to a dealership.
Yeah,
exactly.
This is the showroom.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
We like the fact of having things that are exclusive, dropping them for a limited time. And even though some people miss out on it, it makes you more eager to cop something in the future and be a little more attentive.
No doubt about it.
So, I mean, we spoke to you a little bit about this off camera, but I think this would be great for the fans to hear. How did Victus find you? How did that happen?
So Victus had a project for Natural Light, the beer company. So that's why that bat's on the wall. So I was doing motorcycle art, and they did have an artist here who I like to say, like, I gave Victus Limited like a shot of adrenaline when I came in here, just because of what my background brought. But the artist that was here, he did a fine job for them. He didn't do a ton of custom work for them, but when a project came in, he would do it. So anyhow, that project, they needed a bat to look like it had water droplets on it. And from my automotive background, that's something that I had done. So when they reached out and asked if I was capable of that, I was able to show them pictures of like a Mountain Dew bike motorcycle I did with water droplets. So I did that project. They loved it.
Wow.
Then they had a project for Johnny Gomes. I still wasn't hired. They had which is fine. But they had a project for Johnny Gomes that had like skulls. I did like skulls and money and all this stuff on it. And when I did that, they were like, "All right, we don't want you to leave. We see where we can push you to do these crazy kind of customs." So so that's kind of after when I brought that bat in, we had our meeting and kind of set a plan together from there.
Wow.
Yeah, and one of the things that, again, you guys already saw this, but I definitely want to ask you about this because you're the man behind all this. We went back to your setup, your studio, basically, of where you do all these designs. And there's, what, 2 airbrushes that you basically use?
Well, right now there's 2 there because so.
Is it all you have? Is that all you're utilizing right now?
All right, so when it comes to like my space setup, I like to be organized and all that. But when it comes to my airbrushes, since I just do so much work, I go through airbrushes like crazy. I probably have about 40 airbrushes.
There's a lot more that we didn't get to see.
So I'm pretty rough on them. So,
but more so, like, how long does one of these bats take to make? Because again, originally, here's what I thought. So here's my ignorance to this, and probably a lot of people that are watching and don't really see what it is. I was almost thinking that it's a graphic design that you create, and it's like a film that goes over them. And it will make your life way easier. But this is done like piece by piece. It is wild, this process. How long does that take?
The process or to do a bat?
The entire process from start to finish. And then final touch is done.
So what I do is once I come up with the design, a concept, I'll sketch it out. Sometimes I'll go to the computer, sometimes I'll go right to the bat.
Right.
And I'll kind of like piecemeal it together, like, okay, well, this is what I want to do here. Okay, well, now I need to go create and cut a stencil to do this part here. I would say probably I can do a concept probably in a half hour to an hour to have that figured out. The thing that gets kind of tricky in there is I have to project how many we're going to do.
Right.
So if it's something where we're going to do like 10 of them, I can take a little bit longer and be a little bit more meticulous with the detail that I put in it. If it's something we're going to do 1,000 of, I have to make sure that process is not only a process that I can do start to finish, but now Victus has started to build me a team. I have to think, okay, well, what can I have my team do that's going to help me get over the finish line so I can then go in there and do the things that I'm more capable of doing than what they are.
Right.
So,
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's kind of how my mind works with designing this stuff out now. So when I first was here, it was just me. So I got myself in a lot of trouble with making very overcomplicated designs. It's like, oh, we just sold 150 of them, and it's like, oh, man, I'm not sleeping for the next month.
So that actually leads me perfectly into my next question. So early on, what was that first design that you did probably thinking, yeah, I'm going to do this like a couple times, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, we need 100 of these?
That would be our Warhawk design. I think there's, the silver one right up there.
Silver one up top. Yeah. Nice.
It doesn't look like it's overly complicated, but the way that I need to lay down the paint process to do that bat, it is a little tedious, and that's the one. That one got me.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, I got to start thinking of a way of production. You know, I don't want to ever really sacrifice art, but you know, Victus has me here to make money.
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
So if I'm taking 3 hours to do one bat, we ain't making much money. So, you know, that was the one where I was like, all right, so let's streamline a process, how I can do these and get them in and out and make it effective for all of us. So,
when did it come? Like, who was the first player that came to you? And I'm talking about, you know, personally. Was like, this is what I want. I need this done. How is that? Can we make that happen?
Wow, that's a good question. I spent a lot of time making things for guys, and they, luckily, you know, they've liked them.
Yeah.
So I didn't have too many players that were like, oh, I need you to make this specifically for me. Wow, there's not many questions that stump me. This past Players Weekend, there was a lot of guys that were reaching out and be like, you know, like Brenton Doyle was like, I want a Mountain Dew bat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd say, man, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Oh man, I can't believe you stumped me on that. I mean, listen, I could go back to simple things like Salvador Perez when he was in the Derby. He sent over like a couple different like ideas that he had, and I kind of took those ideas and put them together to make his Derby bat. That's the one there with the crown on.
Oh, that's fire too. Look at that.
Yeah. So that's kind of like how that typically works. You know, there's a lot of graphic designers that can design bats, and players obviously can sketch stuff up, but I have to find a way to make it all work. You know, doing it flat is completely different than wrapping that on a bat. You know?
And Doug, I think Doug was telling us a little earlier, the one that kind of caught everybody's attention, that was the We the People bat from Bryce in Home Run Derby. Was that like one of the first big ones that kind of...
So the We the People bat, that was a bat that was created before I got to Victus. So that was a young man, we called him Diesel Bats. He's unfortunately he's no longer here, but that was a bat that he created. I believe the story with that is that he had a couple different ideas, and then like at the last minute, I think like overnight, they were like, well, let's do this. And that's what he came up with. So, and that, you know, Harper won the Derby with that bat, and that bat has been, I think it helped put Victus on the map.
That's what I was going to
limited.
Figured that had to be something big for Victus in that moment.
It was an important bat for this company.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you one. Hopefully it's a little bit easier. I'm gonna try to give you a fastball here.
That was tough, man.
All right, that's what we do. It's NYYU On-Site, man. We come with the hard hitting questions.
I mean, I talk to so many players. You
No,
know?
I know this. Now that he said that, I'm like, I don't know how easy this one's gonna be. But which is the player that came to you with an idea that you kind of had a respect for as an artist? You're like, whoa, this guy's a little artsy if he's coming up with this.
Man. Well, recently I can kind of go a little recent. Christian Walker.
Okay.
He was doing a collab with a grill company, and he wanted a bat that had something to do with like grilling or like a barbecue bat. So him and I went back and forth a little bit. I ended up doing a charcoal briquette bat that had like, you know, that looked like it was in a grill with some ash on the flame and all that. Unfortunately, he got hurt before Players Weekend, so it didn't make the field. But he did reach out to me, and he's like, the team has the bat. He's like, as soon as I get it, I'm going to do a whole video with it and all that. So,
Nice.
So that stuff helps because, you know, we do things for players, and we like them, and we give them to them, and I would say 9 times out of 10 they pick it up and they swing it. That 1 time out of 10 they don't want to swing it because they're afraid to break it. Right. So it goes up on their wall. But when a player reaches out and they're like, I want this kind of a bat, it helps us out a ton because we know when we do that, they're going to swing it.
Yeah.
You know, they want it because they want to swing it. Yandy was Yandy Diaz was
Yandy
Diaz. So he was just here the other day. He wants a Tom and Jerry bat. So I'll probably do a full size Tom bat.
That's fire.
A little mini Jerry.
Oh, that's fire.
That's fire, man.
So that'd be cool, and that's something that, you know, he'll probably use in BP. So.
Yandy Diaz it's funny. The reason we laughed though, we did a 24-hour live stream during the trade deadline. And there started to be rumors towards the end that he may go to the Yankees. There was some of those rumors out there. And the whole time I'm just going, Yandy Diaz.
All day long.
I'm like, penciling in that line. It was the greatest thing on the planet. But it's funny because he's actually, they'll know that Yandy's one of my favorite players that is outside of the Yankees.
It's a fact.
Always one of my favorites. And I saw it recently that he was here. And you guys saw all the Polaroids they do over there, the players that come and visit. This is actually a really fun conversation, or a part of this conversation I want to talk about. MLB The Show. The biggest baseball game probably of all time.
Yeah.
Originally, when I'm looking around at this stuff, I remember I was talking to Doug and I go, what do you guys have to do like with the show? Because the show has all these bats. And I'm like, I remember the one bat that's in the game a couple years ago. How did that process start? Did they reach out to you guys directly from there? Or is that something that...
Yeah, so we, since I've been here, this December will be going on 5 years here at Victus. So MLB The Show, there's a guy there, Charles Cruz. They reached out. In the past, they had reached out to Jarrett, and Jarrett had asked me if I could handle it. And so what MLB The Show is looking for, any new bat models that we have, any new, like, at that time we didn't have any fielding gloves, but batting gloves, any kind of equipment that we have that we can either send to them so that they can scan it to put it in the game, whatever, so that way Victus is represented in the game. And in talking to Charles, he's like, well, if you guys have any like special things, and I'm like, well,
you're talking to the right guy for that.
Exactly.
We got some ideas.
That's right. So at that time, I wasn't known as the Bat King, but I did have limited designs. So I sent them over. They fell in love with the designs, and they incorporated them into the game. And then over the years, we'll feed them new designs. There's actually a lot of bats that they haven't put in the game yet, but they do have them, and they have them ready to launch. And just a side note now, the one bat, the head case they have in the game has a Bat King knob sticker on it.
Look at that. Look at that. My man's in the
Look
game.
at that.
So proud of that.
So when you're home, sitting on your couch, playing MLB The Show, remember all the work this man put in to design that bat.
So millions. So really, it's not just big leaguers. It's millions of kids around the world swinging this guy's bats.
Yeah. So Victus bats too.
I mean, it's Victus bat, but the one with the Bat King on the knob. I mean, that's gotta feel like
that is pretty dope.
I mean, if I'm you, I'm like, hey, that's a Bruce original.
I'll tell you the thing that was cool about MLB The Show is that when they put the pencil bat in there, they put it in the game before we had ever released it. So when we did actually release it, people were like, is this the bat from the game? Or is this that they put the bat in the game from you guys? And it's like, yeah, we're the originators of it.
So if I had to guess, and this is obviously I'm walking around in a dark room here looking for a light, that has to be is that the #1 selling bat?
The pencil bat,
I knew it had to be.
Yeah.
The crayon we did in wood, just like we did the pencil bat when we first released it. Maybe metal crayon coming, which I think is going to
get it here
really
first.
Cool. So all the different colors and all that, but yeah, the pencil bat is definitely the best selling bat that we had. So, and I can tell you a fun story about that I love to tell. When I first came to Victus, I was here for like 2 weeks. My son, 12 years old, is like, Dad, you should make a bat look like a pencil. So I sketched it up. I got the sketch. I got the date on the sketch. I came into Victus, and like I think a month later, I had my first pencil bat design.
Wow.
And you know, my son's a huge MLB The Show fan. So when he saw it in the game, he's like, oh, you know, that was my idea to make that bat and
That's
all that.
wild.
So and to see where this bat has come in that time is awesome. And when I first came in here and started talking with Jared, I had always talked about, you know, I want to help create like a legacy, you know, because nobody has the opportunity to do what I'm doing, which is come in, sun up, sun down, and just work on doing cool bats. So so I wanted to help create a legacy. I think the pencil bat goes a long way to help fulfill that legacy. So and we also got to look at some bats that obviously aren't out there. You guys got to see those. The designs and the work that's done. I mean, I still, it's hard to comprehend it. Like it really is. Like just to get to that overall final process. And I do see the first person to use the pencil bat in a game. Who was that? That was Bryson Stott. Bryson Stott. That's what I thought it was.
That was the Little League Classic, right?
Yep, the Little League Classic last year. We had I think I did like 8 bats altogether, 8 pencil bats, maybe something along those lines. And the guys here, they took them down to the players, and Stott was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna swing this." And they're like, "Go for it, man." So and then I think once he swung, the other guys were like, "All right, we're not gonna swing it because we'll let him have that moment." And he became our pencil guy, you know, which is awesome. He's a great guy, and he's been here a number of times. And all, so.
Seen some of those videos. The funniest thing going back to when you said about Christian Walker with the grill. It's how my mind works. I'm thinking about a bat with hot dogs and Franks on it. That's all I'm thinking about.
So you want to see how my mind works? I'm thinking of Paul Wall style grill. I'm thinking he's doing a bat with Paul Wall ice grills on it. Like, I mean, I might have just given an idea. I don't know. If you see it, it's cool. You can have that one. But I'm
not 90s, like a 90s hip hop line. That would be fire.
Hey, let me tell you, we were just talking about the Tims before we got on here. I wanted to tell that story, but I do want to make sure this is out there that so the pencil bat is actually from the mind of the Bat Prince, not the Bat King.
Correct.
That's amazing. I mean, if I'm him, I'm telling everybody in school, I'm like, oh yeah, you saw that? Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, when you play that in the show.
He's like, yes, mine.
Whose idea that was?
That's mine. Yeah. He's probably got all the girls after him. Forget it. Look out.
Listen, he's 17 now, and he drives. So he's got a bat case in his trunk just like that. So open it up, he's got nothing but customs in there. So look
at that.
You know, it's cool because it gives him an opportunity to share in this success with me.
Yeah,
you know? So it's awesome. But
when it comes to also, are you attached to any of the apparel that you guys make also too?
No, not yet.
It's just the pure bat design. You got enough on your plate, I'm sure, already. We're just doing that alone.
I would love to have my Bat King line of shirts.
I'm trying to help you out here. I'm trying to help him out here.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I think we need that.
I myself have tons of Bat King shirts, and I think the plan would be probably next year to start bringing some Bat King apparel out there.
Nice.
You know, Victus apparel for the most part is kind of black and white.
Yeah.
I think that the Bat King line would allow us to start adding some color into the shorts.
Yes,
and
definitely,
for a
no
reason,
doubt about it. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
I'll make sure you guys get some. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, and we'll rock it. Don't worry, that's what we do.
Also, too, with us being a New York Yankees channel, we got to talk about some of the players that we've seen utilize the bats. The first one is when I first walked in here, we were talking with Doug, and he was like, you know, which is the bat you would go to? And for me, double bubble's the thing, man.
Oh yeah.
So the Anthony Volpe double bubble bat, how does that happen? How does that process work? Because I joke about it. You know why? I joke with that. As Yankee fans, you guys know this.
Yeah.
Aaron Boone is always blowing bubbles.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, if you see Boone, I say Boone, he had to have something to do with
this was his idea.
Well, Volpe was just like, I got to do it for Skip.
Yeah.
But how did that happen?
So Volpe was here, and we were talking, and I forget, I had shown him a couple like bat designs that I was working on, and he's like, I just want something that's going to be like viral, like the pencil. And I was like, Anthony, if I can
think of those, I'll be good to go. Come on, Anthony.
I was like, I would love for every single bat I do to do that.
It's like telling somebody to write another Purple Rain.
So I gave it some thought, and I was like, you know, I know whatever I design has to have some pop to it and some color to it. So I just, you know, I was like, man, what's iconic was like baseball. At that time, they had not announced Players Weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So in my mind's thinking Little League Classic. And I was like, they're going to have all the kids there. I'm like, a bubblegum bat would be great.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So that bat's cool. We haven't released that bat yet. It's, I don't know if the one on the wall might be losing some of it, but we put like dust on the handle. So when you grab it, you get some, it's like you got a piece of bubble gum.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, so that bat is pretty cool. And we now have reached out to Double Bubble. And it looks like we're going to be collabing with them.
Awesome. I was going to ask, is that something that would eventually be released?
Yes.
Is that what you got? Awesome.
Oh, boy. That's
fire.
It's I think it's going to challenge the pencil.
Yeah,
you know what I like most about this, honestly? And like now that I'm even thinking about this, it brings something as simple as a baseball bat. It's funny because I was telling you earlier, I'm like, I really like the plain bats. And he's like, yeah, I can tell a lot about you. You say that. Plain bat, come on, you got all this. But the amazing thing about it is, I think people that, you guys probably see people all the time that aren't even baseball fans that are buying these bats. Just because it's design. I'm pretty sure you probably have non-baseball fans are hitting you up. Let's make a.
Well, I got so many messages about the pencil bat. People were like, I don't play baseball. I don't even really watch it, but I got to have that bat for my wall.
Telling you that's
and that is kind of what we're trying to do here, because you see the Liberty bat there.
Love it.
It might not be somebody who plays ball, but they might want something that is patriotic that they can put on their wall that's unique. And that, putting that kind of artwork on a baseball bat is certainly unique. And the Pablo Sanchez, someone, once again, they might not play baseball anymore, but that might have meant something to them back in the day playing that game. And they're like, oh, I would love to have something.
Right.
And the fact that we can do them limited quantities, big quantities, it makes them super unique. So,
That's wild. So I mean, now I'm thinking about it, we got the pencil bat, we got the Crayola crayon bat, we got the Double Bubble. Are we gonna get a Dave Sunflower Seed? I mean, it's got to be.
I don't know. I think that there might be an artist out there who did kind of like a sunflower seed bat. I tend to stay away too much of things that I see.
Gotcha.
Right.
But if I get a concept and I'm like, well, I can blow that out of the water.
Yeah, just do it different.
Yeah, definitely.
So, just do a different flavor.
Yeah, I try very hard and to do like the one that everyone's chasing.
Gotcha.
And I know that sounds like I have a big head, but
it's a challenge, isn't it? Isn't it more of a challenge?
That's exactly how I take it on. I want it to be like, okay, other people are going to try and do our pencil bat,
right?
But I did the pencil bat that is the one that everyone's chasing, and that's what I try and do. And when I get a concept for a sunflower seed bat, that's probably what will happen. I did some bats for the Phillies for their daycare. I did put sunflowers on it because that's part of what they throw on the players.
Right.
But yeah, that's definitely something that's a challenge I like to take on, and I think it makes you better as an artist, especially if you don't feel like, oh, well, I'm just sitting at the top. There's nothing I got to do. It's like, no, I want to constantly be feeling like they're biting on the back of my neck,
Of course, I tell you what, man, you got my mind brainstormed right now on that Cobra Commander bat. I could just see a Cobra Commander bat, man. Like, and it's the thing, like I'm in my mid-30s, so cartoons like that for me growing up were everything. So I could just see where the inspiration for that would come from. The Gargoyles back in the day, Transformers. G.I. Joe, those are, but that's the cool thing about your job. You could do any of those. You can just get whatever is really good, you can do that.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, when we were looking at the Liberty one, we're sitting there saying maybe that's connected to like a Yankees
City Connect.
City Connect maybe eventually is.
Well, the Liberty bat came about because they wanted me to do a Statue of Liberty bat for Aaron Judge.
Right.
And I was like, oh man, like how do I do a Statue of Liberty bat that is something that Aaron would want to swing and something that we could also sell. Because, I'm like, I'm a 12-year-old. Do they want to pick up a bat that has Statue of Liberty on it? I have to figure out how I can make, not the Statue of Liberty isn't cool, but I got to figure out a way to make her, cool. So I have this line of bats that I do that I call bat heads. So I created her as a bat head. They have a Victus chain around the neck, and I thought it would be cool to do it in that style. And I kind of like how it came out. We did give one to Judge. I'm not sure if he swung it in BP. I don't think I ever saw a picture of him with it in BP, but he definitely got one.
Got one nice. Soto.
Yes.
So I know Juan, so we saw one of his actual bats in the back that was just about completed, I believe.
Yep.
Is there anything being worked on that's like a custom-made bat?
So I've given Soto quite a few bats.
Oh, so he's already had custom made.
Okay. I'll tell
he's a regular.
Yeah. I'll tell you, we did a collab with Call of Duty, and it was a crazy collab. It happened really quick. We made the case that I showed you. We made, well, I was in here over the weekend. I painted these cases out. I made them look like army green and weathered. You opened it up. You had the sound of the night vision goggles when you opened it.
Come on, man.
Then it had a green light inside of it, and then I did this this Modern Warfare 2 thing made out of like acrylic, and we had these bats in there, and then they had a couple pairs of cleats into it. So we flew out to Seattle, an overnight trip, to give one to Julio Rodriguez and one to Juan Soto.
Wow.
Which was awesome. And then I gave Juan Soto a Padres City Connect bat.
Yeah.
And that's our doorbell. I don't know if that's famous.
Oh, that is
There you go.
hilarious.
Now you guys get a little more insight.
I mean,
Is that a goat?
everything's
There
custom
it is,
here.
goats.
I mean,
All
it's
goats here.
it's
Gotta be
representative,
goats.
you know. But
Oh, that was
I like
good.
Bruce.
I like Bruce a
Bruce
lot. I like this guy. I gotta tell you. And while we're talking about Soto too, I mean, couldn't be better timing. Go Soto, come on, come on.
That is interesting.
So,
Look at that.
yeah, like a half hour later, he was out on the field swinging the City Connect, and then he was in the All-Star game swinging the customs, and then for Players Weekend, he swung the one that I had on there. I forget what it said. Something. Oh, good morning, my people.
Yeah,
it had like palm trees on it. So he likes to swing the custom bats, and I've been fortunate that although I did give him one, he's like, this is too pretty, I'm putting this in my house. I'm like, man, I'll just make you another one, man. Swing it.
Which one did that look like? Any insight?
Yeah, it was a blue bat, but it had, I took his logo, his shuffle logo, but I put like the torch. Instead of the bat, I made the bat the torch, and the back said like "Welcome to the jungle" and all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm sure some of them they get. They're like, "Yeah, I'm not touching this. I'm sorry. This isn't with me. This is never going to be swung. Leave this how it is, and that's it."
Yeah. So we always tell them when they come here, we're like, "Look, swing it. If you break it, we'll make another." And this past Players Weekend, we had a couple guys that had their bats broken, so I was like, all right. So I made good on it, though. I made sure that I painted them a new one and got it out the doors because we want them. The brand, it helps the brand so much when they're out there.
Of course, no doubt about it.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you. So has there ever been like a situation where it's like, okay, you make a design and like it comes out. And it's like, okay, like this is exactly like how I see it, how I envision it, and then you bring it to the player, and the player's like, "That's not what I wanted."
I don't really run into that too much.
Oh, so he don't fail. He don't miss. He don't miss. I'm trying to get. Hey, I'm just trying to see. You never know. You never know.
But I will tell you though, so I have so Julio. We were up at Citi Field, and that was the first time I met Julio, and I gave him a bat head. And his face just lit up. It was awesome. It was like a little kid at Christmas. It was really, really cool. But I never saw him swinging them, swinging the bat head. So I made some for him. Like I think I made like another one, like a DR one for him. And then we were at a photo shoot, and I had shown him a bunch of drawings, and I had a couple of bat heads in there, and he's like, I like them, but he's like, I don't really want to go up to the plate with a bat that has like my picture on it. So that's probably the closest that I've got to. So I backed off of doing bat heads for him, unless he requested for another purpose, where he would sign it or whatever. But that's pretty much the closest. But that feedback is crucial because all this stuff takes time for me to do. And if I'm going to take the time to do it, I want to make sure that the player is going to be happy with it and confident with it. So and then it's the other thing is sometimes when players have downtimes, they don't want to go to the plate with the custom stuff because they don't want to they want to just kind of go there and kind of get their rhythm back. But that stuff is super helpful because I know if they like it, it helps us out.
Exactly.
So.
For you, what would you say is your busiest time of the year?
The whole year.
I'm sure it's a lot.
He said, "There's tomorrow."
Okay, so my downtime is the end of September when I go on vacation with my wife to Wildwood, New Jersey, and that's the downtime for 1 week. Yes. I go there and I don't think about anything. Just relax.
Relaxation, clear your mind of all that work.
Yeah, it's really crazy because you have now. Okay, we have the fall league that's going to be going on, but we have to start thinking about designs for next year. We have to then think, okay, what are we giving cool for spring training? What limited drops are we doing? And we still try to have, we're still going to probably have like 2 limited drops before the end of this year. And then you're right back into summer baseball with the All-Star game and probably Players Weekend again next year. And now that Victus has the MLB license in 2025, now it never stops because all the events like Tokyo, all those special events, we're going to try our hardest to support them as much as possible.
That's
and
awesome.
Make a ton of bats.
I was literally just going to ask you about the future of Victus because Doug was telling us that it, you know, it was Louisville Slugger all those years, and now Victus is kind of
Louis who?
Yeah, exactly. Now that's exactly what it is.
Oh yeah,
that's a clip.
That's a clip.
That's a clip. But the thing that I would be most excited for going forward, knowing that you guys are doing this, is the World Baseball Classic.
Oh yeah.
Is that going to be? Is there already any type of conversation about custom bats for the WBC?
So those are conversations that Jared has. I know they're trying to push as much as possible to be able to when there's special events to be able to get some special bats in the game.
Yes.
And you know, him and I were having a conversation. It could be as simple as when you have Jackie Robinson Day now. Maybe we're allowed to put 42 on the bat. On the barrel,
right.
You know? Stuff like that starts to bring the customs into the game.
Yes.
And you know, I think MLB is starting to see that they're not detracting from the game. They're helping put more people's eyes on it. You know, like Players Weekend, I know a ton of people messaged me that they were just glued to the TV because they wanted to see what the next bat a player was coming to the plate with. So, and you know, and I think that's, even if you have casual, like younger baseball fans, that might create a love for the game. Of
course, 100%.
So just like I was watching Saturday morning cartoons, they watching these cool custom bats come up there, and then they could start learning and understanding the game and seeing these players and their personalities and really liking them. So.
Yeah, and it also grows it so much just because it's eye candy.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. You come and you see it. You get you go, oh man, I want to go. Let me go look at this bat. And that's why I said I think it does grow the game in many ways that you know, almost a non-player can grow the game.
Yeah,
is by doing this. Something like this grows it. I mean, people see these bats. They want a custom bat, even if it's on the wall. It sparks conversation.
Yeah.
So it helps grow. It definitely does.
Well, and that leads me to what I was going to ask you. I mean, when you look at, you know, Victus taking that next step and becoming, you know, that official bat of this game that's been around hundreds of years, and knowing that you had a part in that, like, and I mean, you know, I know we joke around or whatever, but I mean, meeting you, like, it's obvious you're a humble dude and you've accomplished a lot. But how does it feel knowing that, like, you've been a part of getting one of the most traditional sports a little bit out of their own way for once, like, and allowing them to, like, grow and flourish the way that they have? Because this what we have on the table here, this is the future. Like, this is it, and you're a huge part of that.
Wow. Well, yeah. It's
he's like, I hadn't thought about that.
Well, I have thought about it, but at the same time, I feel like I don't know. I look at life as like you can't start at the top. Anybody who thinks that, oh, I'm just going to start by being able to hand Fernando Tatis Jr. A baseball bat, and he's going to be like, great, I'm going to go swing this thing. Yeah. You know, I feel like the work that I've done so far here at Victus has really just been the basement of the building. You know, I feel like this is a great start, but I've tried to grow it in a way that as the momentum keeps building up, we can fulfill the need that's out there, and I feel like I have a lot more to do. To be honest with you, I do appreciate that, and I don't want to lose the moment of where we're at, but I understand that it has to be something that you're willing to work the whole way to see it through. Or else it is. I still think it's like fragile right now. You know, and you know, the more that we can put out there to show how successful it can be, the more we can get that the first floor built. You know, so now we don't have to go back down to the basement. So, that's how it keeps me hungry. You know, to be like, I got to get in there, and it keeps me here on weekends and late nights, and knowing that that I'm trying to lay the foundation so these guys behind me can come in here and maybe they can start at the second floor. You know,
Well, I was just going to say that. I would say, you know, just becoming the main bat of Major League Baseball, that almost makes you want to say, I want to do more now. I'm even more motivated now to do even more than I've done before. So now it opens us up to so much stuff. What else can be created?
Exactly.
You know,
now
gloves. Like you guys, you know, getting into the fielding gloves and batting gloves. I mean, there's a whole aspect here. You're talking about an apparel line for yourself. There's a lot of stuff that can be done from this.
It's I don't have to worry about the constraints anymore of like sidestepping MLB logos. Now I can put the logos right on there, and to be able to do, like, I do these sticker bomb bats, to be able to do a Yankee sticker bomb
yeah.
bat, oh man, we would be able to sell a ton of them. So it's
And
nice to be able to do that.
NYYU sticker bomb bat. Okay,
Yes, certainly.
Listen, that'd probably be like a 1 of 1 or a 2 of 2, guys. You're not probably be able to buy one of those.
You're not buying those.
But and then we were like going around and seeing the different bats in the back there that were in the final process, and Doug was telling us like a lot of these are going to Japan and stuff like that. Could you speak a little bit to like how this has grown like to an international thing now too?
Yeah, so we have the KBO, which is in Korea, and then you have MPB. So it's, you know, as far as the bats themselves, the stuff that is like in the leagues and all, I don't deal with too much of that.
Gotcha, yeah.
But when it comes to the limited side of it, we were just over in Japan in June. And,
saw that,
we have Hitter's House. We opened a Hitter's House in Tokyo, and this might sound me more talking about myself, but this is like I can speak on the customs for the most part. But you walk into the Hitter's House, and right to the right, there's this huge wall with this print on it. It says Bat King. And I was like, I just stood there. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I was not expecting that. I had gone over there to do an airbrush demo on a bat, but I wasn't expecting that they have a wall in there that's got Bat King on it. And then I had a whole bunch of customs over there. And once again, you know, I look at it as hopefully these customs help bring new people into that Hitter's House and into the game of baseball, and to really help it grow across the globe. So it's pretty amazing to see. I would never guess something like that. But now we're starting to give them more stuff that they can draw people in there.
Yeah.
With, so.
And there's probably, when you work with other countries and things like that, are there different regulations and things that, you know?
So once again, like I don't get into too much of what they're allowed to swing. I know there's certain specific things that our engraving room has to do for the bats.
Right.
For instance, in America, like the knob sticker is, not the knob sticker, the ink dot is required on the bats, where over there it's not so much required on there.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone ever explained to you the ink dot on there.
No.
Have you ever seen the ink dot on the bats and wondered what it is? No, you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know if I know what you're talking about.
I noticed I've always seen it. I just don't know what it is.
So right there, you see that circle?
Yes, I see it now. Yeah.
So
okay, yeah, I've seen those before.
Okay, so we've had people call us and they're like, "You forgot to paint this area." I was like, "It's
so you did all that work. You missed that one little
There's
dot.
a spot missing, Bruce. I don't know if you saw that.
Taking pictures of it.
Yeah.
Complaints.
Texted him. It's like, hey, artist, you missed the spot.
So that's really important for Major League Baseball. So when a bat breaks, they look at that area because you know if the handle's black, they won't be able to see that.
Right.
So they look to check the grain, and the grain can only be off by a certain amount, and that's what that is for. It's they look at it, and if they see that the grain is straight on there, they know that we provided that player with a good bat.
Oh,
so
okay.
it was a good break.
So the dot, that's just the original bat. Is that what that is? So
the whole circle. The whole circle is the original bat. We put the little black on there because it makes it easier to see with your eye.
Okay.
The green. Yep. So, but if that has to be on the bat when the player goes to the plate.
Right.
So, or the bat is deemed illegal.
Wow.
So, yep.
Look at that.
The more you know.
The more you know.
I'm gonna be looking at everybody's bat now. I'm gonna try to find one without it, so that I'm gonna go viral when I find the first one without the ink dot and everything.
Anytime
if it's a Victus bat, I won't say anything.
Okay, yeah.
But
there's a big homer off the Yankees. I'm trying to get that thing returned.
I'll Photoshop it. I'll Photoshop it. I mean, let me tell you. I'll tell you right. Don't let it be one of you other guys out there, right? Louis Who or anybody else, because we're coming for you.
Playoffs coming up. Playoffs coming up. Speaking of playoffs,
yes,
that's always a fun thing.
Certainly.
Right around the corner. Any custom designs for postseason?
I'm not sure this year.
Okay.
Maybe I'll have an inkling while I'm down at Wildwood about what I would do.
Nice.
But yeah, the playoff bats have always been kind of popular for us. You know, we'll give them to players so they can swing them in BP before the games and stuff like that. But this year I don't have anything in mind yet. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. I mean, sometimes I'll go in the office and I'll come out in 20 minutes and have something designed. You know, but
sometimes it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Magic, he goes to Wildwood for inspiration. I mean, we might have to put this out a little bit after. We don't want people running up on you saying, "Hey, Bruce, I have an idea." But all right. I mean, the one thing too I wanted to make sure that I got to do before, you know, I said, like, got any of my last questions was to give you your flowers. Like I said, I know you're humble, whatever, but I do have to say, like, what you do is important beyond just, you know, the field and the major league players, but also like for kids who don't have that voice sometimes, right? Like in baseball. And I know baseball is trying now with the Little League Classic. You see the Field of Dreams game and all that stuff. But like you're given, you know, with these creative bats, the pencil bat, the Pablo, the stuff, even kids who might not speak the language, like you're giving them a way to express themselves non-verbally on the field. And I think that speaks volumes. Like not no pun intended, but it speaks volumes, man. It shows not just the kind of person you are, but who Victus is as a brand. And Doug told us that was super important to them. Like that you know, they don't look at Victus as like a company, they look at it like a brand.
It is.
And to me, like that's what I get from you guys. A brand that is sick and super, you know, insightful and intelligent and great at designing, but also like caring. Like it seems like you guys really care about everything you do here.
Yeah,
no, I was just saying, you guys got to see that process. I mean, that's a caring process. Like we were in the back and we asked Doug, we're like, everybody's so like laser focused. Like in the back, like, everybody's quiet. He's like, well, they can't really miss anything. So there's a process they got to go through in their mind to touch everything. But I just wanted to also add on for the kids side, because I think everybody can almost sit back and they go, a lot of people have a memory of baseball growing up. A lot of kids, I want to be a baseball player. I played catch with my father, and that was a bonding moment. Some people, that's all they remember. Some people didn't have it. And, you know, sometimes they wish they did. Yeah. And to be able to see a bat like this, like the pencil bat, blow up so much. But I know you guys share this a lot. And a lot of times it's kids, like getting ready for the first play baseball and stuff like that. So it does mean something. It could, like you said, it could become a lifelong thing for them. You might have major leagues in the future go, it's the first bat I swung. Yeah. That's the first bat I played regular baseball with. And they're in the major leagues now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's really cool. It keeps us motivated. Everyone here, you know, these guys are excited when they see someone's bat come through there. I'm working on Harper's bat. I want to make sure that it's right. You know,
that's right. Of course,
they all take a lot of pride in their work, and you know, to be honest with you, the work that they do on the lathes and all that, it makes my job easy because I get to focus on doing cool stuff on bats, and not only am I able to give a player a bat that I'm confident with the artwork on it, but I'm confident that he can go up there and knock home runs with it.
That's right.
You know, because they did their job back there. You know, it'd be different if I gave them a bat and they're like, oh, this bat sounds dead. Yeah. You know, it looks cool, but it ain't got no life. Yeah. So it makes it really easy for me. You know, I say, you know, Victus, we make the coolest bats and we make the hardest bats in the game. And I would like to say, you know, when we talk about kids and all, for me, obviously one part of it is I want the kid to be a T-ball player with that pencil bat, that crayon bat, and keep having customs and all that. But I'm also looking to grow artists. You know, I would love for, you know, you see all these kids out there. I don't know if you have or not, but they start doing the wiffle ball bats. Right. They started to take ball, which is really flattering, and it's awesome because, you know, you hope that you grow the next generation of artists out there that will come over here and be like, all right, this kid's got something. I better get back in the lab, you know.
And it's funny,
cool, you know.
And that's why earlier I brought up, I'm like, I wonder how this is done, because everything with evolution, with technology changing the way it is, you would almost sit back and go, it has to be an easier process. But then you see the process and you go, it's art. The first thing I said is, well, he's an artist.
He's an artist,
that is artwork. And we didn't know the background of motorcycles and all that. To know that all that is being put into it, I think that's the main thing I want everybody to really get out of this, is the process of all of this. Like, there is a legitimate hard work and artistry being put in to make all these bats.
Yeah, and you know, once again, using the building as a foundation. I mean, I'm sure over the years we're gonna evolve the process, make it better. I mean, I would hate to ever see it be like just like a production line where I'm just doing this, that person, that. I would hate to go like that, but it will evolve, and it's just going to have to, because of the volume that needs to be done. But for right now, the grind has to be done, and I'm willing to grind.
No doubt, no doubt about it.
So,
well, I guess my last question for you will be real easy. I hope this is not a stumper, because I know we put Bruce through the ringer today.
It doesn't happen much, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. NYYU On-Site.
as a badge of honor.
We do. We really do. But yeah, the last thing I wanted to ask you about is like, what do you think is next for Bruce?
That
like,
was my final question, also, actually.
So I know
exactly it.
You know, we covered the bats, we spoke about the apparel, but like, is there, you as an artist, is there something like that's maybe bucket list for you that you're like, yeah, I'd like to make sure I do this before I'm all said and done?
Are you saying as far as in the bat world?
Life.
As far as just doing,
life.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if that's, it might be stumping me, but
man, I'm sorry.
Well, one thing I think the one thing that I'm looking forward to doing, and I believe that I have the opportunity with Victus to do that, is to get out there and to share my art with a lot of people in the world. With us being partners now with MLB, being able to go out to those events and help with help with that and show these customs to people, because there's still a lot of people that are like, I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
So you know, that would be really cool for me, is to get out there, is to do some more traveling and really share this, and like I said, just inspire. I don't know if there's, I don't want to say that I've reached my ultimate goals, because I don't. The goal that I had was to just do what I'm doing and to keep moving it forward. And I don't think I haven't seen like an end date to how I want to end that yet. So I'm still working for the top of the mountain. You know? So but I don't know if I really answered that.
No. I heard an answer. I heard an answer in there, and I think I really like the answer that I heard, because it speaks to who you are. You sound like somebody who's not content, and you don't have a end goal in sight, because you plan to keep going, and that's kind of who we are here at NYYU, to be honest.
Yeah,
I mean,
and let me say this real quick. There was like another. When you were talking about like outside of bats and all that, I'm sitting there going, Bruce, can you bring back Saturday morning cartoons?
Oh yeah,
Can you
got any pull for that? Like, I don't know.
Is there anything that can be done there? Because I miss those days so much.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Eating cereal, drawing, watching.
Come
Saturday
on.
Oh man, life. The Amazing Spider-Man cartoon, the original.
Forget about
it. What was the Adventures of Batman and Robin?
Yep.
Come on, man, all time.
Oh, now they eat breakfast with Roblox.
I'm telling you, man, on that phone scrolling. Come on, man, put on a Saturday morning cartoon. Grab a thing of Fruit Loops and go watch some cartoons, and that's it. But Bruce, this has been absolutely awesome, man. You got a question?
Yes.
Oh.
So I know we talk about kids a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have kids, nieces, nephews that are probably taking on your dreams, drawings, stuff?
No, my son, he not right now. He doesn't. He likes it. He likes to swing them, but he doesn't. Not at this point. At this moment. But as far as nieces and nephews, I don't think I have any of them right now that are coming for the crown.
So. Gotcha.
Artists is like that, like no drawers there. Like
no.
Nobody draws.
No, not yet. So no. There's kids out there. I had this young man come to the shop, and he's like walking around taking pictures, and his mom's like, "Oh yeah, he's getting ideas." So I'm like, "Well, yeah, draw stuff up, bring it in, show me." You know. So I know they're out there being inspired by it, and that's very flattering. So and
I was just wondering, because you said that it's in your family.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's where it came from. So I was just wondering, is it passed down to your kids?
Yeah.
Well, right now they're at the age where they're more of, my son's graduating high school this year, so my daughter's like 24, so they're they haven't really focused on what they want to be which is fine. So but they all give me ideas on stuff. You should do this, you should do that.
That helps.
That
helps.
But
and then my next question will be, when you first started your first project, or one of your projects, which one was your favorite project that came across that you got?
Ooh. That came across, or that I did?
The first opportunity that you were like, oh my God, I cannot believe this is happening, and it was just your favorite.
Well, I'll say they asked me to do a bat for Tatis, and I was
of course
like,
you got that.
Yeah.
Of course you get that.
That's her favorite player.
Yep. So, and I'm like, well, what am I going to do for him? Do I put his name on a bat? At that time, it wasn't feasible to put the Padres on there. I'm like, what am I going to give this guy that is unique and different than just a normal bat that would have like his name on or whatever? Yeah. So I was like, what if I put his face on the bat? And I was like, how can I do that? And going back to the cartoons, how can I do that in a fun way? So at that time, he had the blonde dreads.
Yeah.
So I masked off dreads on there. So I painted the bat. So I took it off, and the color was the natural wood, which was kind of cool. And you know, then I was like, well, I'm going to put sunglasses on him. And that was like the first bat head that I created. And that just opened up a whole world because, you know, just like the sticker bombs, I can make anyone into a bat head, you know, so
fire,
which
man.
is pretty cool. That opened up a lot of doors, and yeah, I had when Harrison Bader was here, I designed a bat head of him, and I put a crop top on it. And I thought it was awesome. So they you know, they all have such unique personalities that you know, if you look, you can find something that can make it unique to them.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and special. So.
And that's what we said too. That's what the great part about you guys, you know, kind of taking center stage here on this is it does give a different personality to the game. Because a lot of the complaints of, you know, is the game's been so plain,
it's dull,
and it's dull, and you know, sometimes guys, I tell you the truth, I say it all the time, man. Throw the bat as far as you can in the sky. When it's like the game to me is evolving. It's got to be fun. It's got to be exciting. And how do you hit with one of these bats and not be excited? Like, seeing it, it's like it's a new world. I almost wish I could go back 20 years and be like, I wish I could be a kid coming up with this
Take it more
stuff.
serious.
Yeah, and I get
away from the suit and tie and makes it their own personality.
100%.
Get to see like
Yeah.
and his personality.
Yeah.
Through the screen.
Yeah, I'll take you back real quick. Remember, I believe it was a playoff game where Tatis hit a home run. He flipped the bat.
Yes.
Imagine if that was a bat head, like cartoon.
Right.
That would have looked
That would be fire, man.
I mean, you guys
so
have the
cool.
photo there,
Yeah.
and when we walked in, I was like, well, it's crazy that they would have this here. I was like, this is iconic. Like that moment that ended up being the cover to MLB The Show, and I mean that was like the beginning of like I think just the new generation saying we're here now and we don't care. Like he threw that bat. With this attitude of like, yo, we're here now. But what Bruce is saying is, if that would have been his face on the bat, it would have made it 10 times better.
100%, man.
Oh, man.
100%.
The swag on that, man. I'm not only bat flipping, but it's me. It's me and it's me.
That's why I'm a fan.
Wait till Bruce starts putting them on the gloves.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. What about that? Anything you can say on those?
Not really. That's not my department. I do have some gloves that they want me to tag up. But yeah, that's not something that I'm not part of the development of the gloves and all that. I'll leave that to that.
But the cool thing is that is something that Victus is getting into.
Yes.
Which is fire.
Perfect.
Because I will say this, no shots at anybody, but there is a hole in that game, so I'm glad Victus is going to put their hat in the ring. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Anybody? Any other questions? Go ahead.
You're a Yankee fan, Mets fan,
Phillies fan.
Houston, what are you?
I'm a baseball player fan.
Yes. I love it. I'll take it.
He's a fan. I'm a fan of the ones putting the money in my pockets, baby. You know what I'm saying?
If you're swinging Victus, I'm a fan of it.
There it is. I like that. But look, here's the Yankee fans. Yankee fans. Okay. There's we know some of the guys on that have the Victus, so be happy, okay? That's a great answer, by the way.
They've got some great guys that are, doing business with them from our team.
And hopefully for us Yankee fans, Juan Soto will be wearing pinstripes for the next 14 years or so, and he'll be rocking Victus.
I hope that's one of the selling points, that Victus is so close to New York.
That's exactly
come on, Juan, it's not that far.
That's it. But anything else? Anyone? Bruce?
All right.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you very much.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you, Bruce. Appreciate it, bro. Nice to meet you.
That is fire. Let me see it. I didn't see this one up close.
Oh my god. Chunk's a character, man.
Oh, and the sign.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Bruce, man. That's crazy. That's wild. You see that? Thank you, guys. That's wild, man. Thank you, Bruce.
You're welcome. Listen, we really appreciate you guys coming up here and doing this.
Of course.
So,
Really
It's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I'm still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I'm still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 play. 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 Who don't? Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running. Cataracts under my eyes from hustling. Going from buying to selling to customers. Run up the business, God is my witness. Sun up to sun up from Monday to Sunday. We maxing our limits. My mind running like Tom Cruise on the action. mansion, they say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit. First class, my feet up high in the air on business, yeah. Cover the city, your city ain't working, it's all for nothing. She told me don't let up, it's on us to make it, it's on us to crush it. Nigga, it's gonna take some just to make some, so put that in your budget. Yeah, can't keep moving your dreams for cheap when you ain't even budging. What got you bugging?
Hit in the air to deep left field. Oh, that's mine, Judge.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cover my cloth, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 play. Who don't play, 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 play. Who don't play, 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 play. Who don't play, 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 play.
It's been a long time coming. Track star, long time running. I exterminate foes, they bugging. I'm joking, I want my nuggets, gold, platinum chain, color.
What's going on, everybody? This is Gita, the MVP of NYYU. I've been recording Pete and Francis Lee, the ghost of NYYU. He has returned. And in that case, what we're trying to say here is that she is no longer a ghost.
He is no longer a ghost. It's your boy Francis Lee. I already know, man. Here at the
Kept it 100, yeah. It's been a long time coming. They ain't cover my cloth, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100.